Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm Taylor. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a what's for dinner. I share these every Sunday to hopefully give you guys some dinner ideas and some motivation to cook more for your family. If you're new here, I'd love it if you subscribe down below so you can come back and see my future videos. And as always, any recipes that I use will be linked in the description box down below. Now let's get into this week's what's for dinner. It is Friday, and tonight for dinner we are having Mississippi pot roast. If you guys haven't tried this recipe before, you have got to try it. It is so good. It's definitely a family favorite. We like to add in some carrots with ours because it's really good. And I think we've done potatoes before as well, and that's really good too. But tonight we are having it over some white rice that I cooked in my Instant Pot. So there's that. And then we are also having some of this Walmart everything bread because it's really good to like soak up the juices from the meat. So that is our dinner for Friday. I will leave the link to the recipe down below. It's just a big chuck roast. It's like 2.5 pounds, I think. So the chuck roast, and then I did a pound of carrots. You do baby carrots, but we prefer the regular carrots, and then I just cut them to about the size of the baby carrots. And then an au jus packet, a ranch packet, a stick of butter, and then some pepperoncinis. And then I also do just a little bit of the juice from the pepperoncinis. But that is going to be it for dinner for Friday. It is Saturday, and tonight's dinner is a pretty quick and easy one. I baked some tilapia. This cooked for like 15 minutes in the oven, and it's got some lemon pepper and some body complete on it. And I cook it at 425, so like 15 minutes and it's done. And then the broccoli cooks for like 15 minutes in the air fryer. I shared how I do this in last week's What's for Dinner, so if you're interested in that, make sure you check that one out if you haven't already. But I do it in the air fryer, and I put a little bit of lemon pepper on there this time. And then this is some couscous from Aldi. It's the Earthly Grains couscous and the roasted garlic and olive oil. And I do this the really easy way. I don't do the stovetop way. I do this way back here. You just combine the couscous, the seasoning, and 1¼ cups of boiling water, stir, and then cover and let stand for 5 minutes. So I did that in this bowl, and I boiled my water in my electric kettle that I got for Christmas. This thing boils water so fast. I'm pretty sure it was like 30 seconds, and that 1¼ cup of water was already boiled. And so that was super fast to make. So these are all our plates. Got mine, and Andy's, and Elijah's, and Lily's. And that is going to be dinner for Saturday. It is Sunday, and tonight for dinner we are having hamburgers. I cooked them on my little griddle thing, just like I did last week. So if you want to see exactly how I did that, go check out last week's What's for Dinner. I will have it linked down below. And then I just topped them with some cheese, cheddar cheese on the ones for me and Andy, and he'll probably eat maybe 1 or 2 of these, and then another leftover one. And then the kids have American cheese because they like it better. And for their buns, I actually cut the larger buns, made them smaller. And they have cucumber and chips and French onion dip. They're the same. What are you doing? Inspecting my burger?
Maybe.
So here is my burger. It's exactly the same as it was last week. Mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, cheddar cheese, burger, and then mustard and tomato on the bottom. French onion dip, some chips, and then this is how I cut the kids' bun, because these are massive potato buns from Kroger. I used this little egg mold or pancake mold and cut it so that they wouldn't have like so much bread for their little burgers. But yeah, that is going to be dinner for Sunday. It is Monday, and tonight for dinner we are having chicken wings. I am making them in the air fryer, and these are still partially frozen because you can make them from frozen and it's just easy. But I did take them out, put them in the fridge this morning, and so they're kind of defrosted but not all the way. So I have dried them off as much as I can with some paper towels, and now I'm going to season them with a little bit of salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Then we're going to stick these in the air fryer, as many as I can fit in one layer. I'll have to do these in batches because I still have all these in this bag. And I'm going to cook them on 400 degrees for like 15 minutes, and then I will flip them and do like another 15 minutes, and then we will see what they look like after that. Now they are like done, but I want them to get a little bit crispier. So I'm going to flip them over and spray them with cooking spray, cook them for another 5 minutes, and then flip them back over and spray them with cooking spray again and cook them for another 5 minutes. So I've still got wings going in the air fryer, that's why it's kind of loud, but I'm going to go ahead and coat some for myself with this buffalo sauce. Andy and I are going to eat it with this buffalo sauce. The kids are just going to eat theirs plain with that seasoning on them, but I'm going to go ahead and coat some for myself, and then when he eats his, he'll coat his, that way they don't get soggy. But this is just the Moore's original buffalo sauce. We tried it last time and we liked it. We still have some left, so of course we're going to use it. And I'm just going to put some in this bowl, put some of the sauce on it, and then shake it up. So wings are done. Here are our plates. Andy's not ready for dinner yet. He's not hungry, but this is Lily's plate. She's got some carrots, the blue cheese dip, some tater tots, and some wings. And then there's more, of course, if she wants more. Elijah doesn't like to eat his chicken off of the bone, so I pulled some of the meat off of the chicken, so he just has that. Tater tots, celery, carrots, and the blue cheese dip, which I didn't even talk about this. This blue cheese dip I made, and it's going to be in a video coming up on the 21st, which is a Tuesday, so make sure you check that out. It's going to be a big Super Bowl, like, appetizer type collab with a bunch of other people, so make sure you come back on Tuesday if you're interested in seeing how I made this blue cheese dip and getting some other ideas for Super Bowl food. So yeah, the kids have that, and I have some. I have the buffalo sauce on my wings, as I said. It's the s'mores, and then carrots, celery, and tater tots. And that is going to be dinner for Monday. It is Tuesday, and tonight for dinner I am making a taco pot pie. I am totally just winging this. I did see like one thing for it on Pinterest, but when I tried to click on the link, it like took me to a website that was completely not in English. So I'm just gonna wing it, like I said. So I have a pound of ground beef. I'm going to brown that up in my pan with some onion. This is half of a yellow onion that I diced with my little onion chopper. This is always linked in my Amazon store if you guys are interested in it. And then I have some pie crust. And honestly, I would not recommend buying the Kroger or any store-brand pie crust. I didn't think that there was a difference, but the last thing that I made, I used the Pillsbury one, and it was so much easier to work with. So in the future, I will probably spend a little bit extra money and buy the Pillsbury one because it just rolls out easier. That's what I found. So yeah, you're gonna need two, because you need one for the bottom and one for the top. And then I have a can of corn that I'm going to drain, a can of black beans that I'm going to drain and rinse. I've got some salsa and some taco seasoning, and of course, some cheese. I'm going to start off by adding my onion and ground beef to a pan and browning it. I would suggest using a bigger pan. You will see that I did not use a big enough pan, and I'm going to make a mess when I add everything else in and start stirring it. So use something with higher sides and a little bit bigger so that when you add everything, you don't make a mess. Once my ground beef has been browned, I'm going to add in a can of black beans that I drained and rinsed, a can of corn that I drained, and then some taco seasoning. I don't buy the packets, I just buy the big container, so I guesstimate how much I use. I think I used about what is in one package of taco seasoning. And then I'm going to give that all a good stir in my too small frying pan. Next, I'm going to add in about half a cup of salsa. And you can see I'm trying my hardest not to let everything fall out of the pan when I'm stirring it, but I still made a mess. Now I've got my pie pan, and I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray before I lay down the pie crust, just so it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to lay down that pie crust, fill it with the mixture, top it with some cheese, and then put the other pie crust on top. making sure that I seal it really well, and then I'm going to cut some slits in the top. And I placed my pie pan on top of a baking sheet just so that if anything leaked out, it didn't get all over my oven. And I baked this at 425 degrees for 30 minutes. Here is taco pot pie. And here are our plates. It did kind of fall apart, but I feel like any kind of chicken pot pie or beef pot pie or whatever kind of does fall apart. But it smells delicious, so I will leave a note here on the screen and let you guys know how we like this. It is Wednesday, and tonight for dinner we are having spaghetti and meatballs. I made these meatballs in the air fryer. I have shared how I make them before, so if you haven't seen that, I will have the recipe linked down below as well. It came from Pinterest, and it's really easy. They take like 15 minutes to cook in there. And there's Parmesan cheese in there, and garlic powder, and some panko breadcrumbs, and onion powder, and salt and pepper, and Worcestershire sauce, and an egg. And then I just made some pasta sauce, and then some spaghetti noodles, and then we have it topped with Parmesan cheese. There's the rest of the meatballs, but that is going to be dinner for Wednesday. Hey guys, it is Thursday, and tonight for dinner I am making a chicken taco soup in my Instant Pot. I've never made one in my Instant Pot before. I have made chicken taco soup before, just not in the Instant Pot or pressure cooker, whatever. I call it both things. So I've got some chicken breast over here. This is about a pound, and I'm going to add that in there. I've got a can of petite diced tomatoes and green chilies. You could just use rotel or generic rotel, whatever. I've got a can of pinto beans. I'm going to drain and rinse these. And black beans, I'm also going to drain and rinse those. And then I have some corn. I'm going to drain these. And then I'm going to do some Better Than Bouillon chicken flavor with some water. And then I also have some taco seasoning, and I'm also going to add a little bit of salsa. I just forgot to pull it out. Basically, I'm going to add everything in here, stir it up, and cook this on high pressure for 15 minutes. And then I will do a quick release. And then we'll have like some cheese and possibly avocado and sour cream and chips to top this with. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. It took about 15 minutes to come up to pressure and then 15 minutes to cook. So now I'm going to do a quick release, and then I'm going to take out the chicken breasts, shred them up, unless I might just do it in there. I might not have to take them out. Either way, I'm going to shred up the chicken, and then we are ready to eat. And here are our bowls of soup. I topped it with some cheddar cheese, and then on mine I did some avocado. And then the kids have some mashed up avocado on the side with some chips. They might mix it in with their soup. Sometimes they like to do that, sometimes they don't. And I have these tortilla strips for mine. And this soup, guys, I already tasted it. It's really good. I wasn't following a recipe or anything. I was just kind of winging it. I know what I like to put in my regular chicken taco soup. So I just kind of winged it and it turned out good. So I will make sure I list the recipe down below so that you guys can check that out if you're interested. But that is going to be dinner for Thursday, and that wraps up another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here and you haven't already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a thumbs up, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!